Most paid service sites, they come and go, but there are actually some that have stood the test of time and have paid members for more than 10 years. I have personally tested hundreds of survey websites and apps since I started taking paid service over 10 years ago. And today I will share the best ones that are still around, still legit and still paying. And stick with me till the end because I'll also explain why in some cases newer service sites might actually give you better results. In case you don't know, my name is Mikael and I have tested service sites and other ways to make money online for around 10 years. And in this video, we'll take a look at some of the most trusted service sites that have been paying members for more than 10 years without issues. And when a service site survives that long, it usually means it's proven, it's trustworthy, and it's not just some kind of short-lived scam. So I will walk you through each of my top picks here and I'll share what they are best for and I give you some of my own insights from years of using them. Then you'll know exactly which ones are still worth your time today and which ones are right for you. So before going over the sites I want to show you, I just want to make it clear what you can expect from service sites, because even if you join the best of the best service sites that are the most reliable and that have existed for years, it's not a way to become rich. I just want to make that perfectly clear. Service sites are completely free to get started with. It's one of the easiest ways to start making some extra money online, but it is for some extra money on the side. And how much you can earn depends a lot on the country you live in. In some countries, you can earn some nice extra money on the side. In other countries, it will be very hard to earn from service sites, but then there are also other opportunities I talk about here on my channel you can use instead. And the sites that I will show in this video here, they are reliable sites because, as mentioned, they have existed for more than 10 years, so they are not scams, and it means that they have reliably paid people for more than 10 years, and it also means that they have strong partnerships with different service providers. It does not mean that they are always the best ones for you, but we'll talk more about that later. For now, let's go over these options. So let's now go through service sites that have actually lasted for more than 10 years and are still paying. And to make it easier, I've split it into two categories: GPT sites, which is get paid to sites where you can earn in different ways in addition to just paid service, and then dedicated survey panels where paid service is more or less the only way you can earn. So let's start by going over a few get paid to sites that have existed for more than 10 years. So the first platform I want to show you is Swagbucks. It's one of the most popular get paid to sites and it has existed since 2008. And you can also see how much it has paid out to its members. It's paid out millions of dollars over the years. It is available in more or less all countries, but you find the most earning opportunities in English-speaking countries. You can earn by taking paid service, of course, but it also allows you to play games, finding paid offers, earn a bit by searching online and other ways. And you can get paid then, depending on the country you live in, for example, in Payoneer, PayPal, and gift cards. It is one that I have used for a long time. When I first actually started testing service sites, I couldn't join it because at that time it was only available in a few countries, but now you can join it from basically all countries. But as mentioned, just be aware that how many earning opportunities you find will depend on the country you live in. Next we have PriceRipple, which has existed since around 2007, and it's actually one of the first get paid to sites that I started testing and using, and it has kept developing over the years and kept being modern, has introduced new payout options. For example, now you can also get paid in crypto in addition to still PayPal and choose between a lot of different gift cards. I still really like it. I find it user-friendly and it pays decently compared to many other get paid to sites, and you can find quite a lot of earning opportunities here, of course, depending on the country you live in. It also has membership levels, so the more active you are, the more you can also earn. You can join from basically all countries and you can redeem once you've earned around $5. Timebox is next, and this was launched in 2014, so it has also existed for more than 10 years. Also one of the Get Paid To sites that I have used for a long time. What is great about it is that you can join from all countries, and it has a lot of different ways to earn in addition to paid surveys. All kind of small tasks you can do, social media tasks, you can watch videos, you can click ads, all those things. However, they do not pay that much. The majority of your earnings will usually come from paid surveys or these paid offers and games you can also earn by playing here. It offers many different ways to get paid in cash, and it also offers crypto payments. You only need to earn $5 to get paid, so also a low payout threshold, and then they automatically process the payments a few times per week. GrabPoints is another Get Paid To site that has existed for many years. It was founded in around 2014-2015. It has developed quite a bit over the years also. It used to have a lot of different paid offers also, so that's why I'm talking about it here as a Get Paid To site, because that's how it started. It has, however, pivoted a little bit, so now it is mainly paid service you can find here. So you could of course maybe argue that it belongs to the dedicated survey panels now, but because it actually started Get Paid To site when it first launched, and for the first many years it was Get Paid To site with a lot of paid offers, I decided to talk about it in this section here. What I do like about it is that it has a fairly low payout threshold. It starts from a couple of dollars depending on your chosen payout option, and it pays out via PayPal and a lot of different gift cards that are specific for your country, and you can join from all countries. And once you redeem, you will usually get paid basically instantly, and I definitely like that. I don't like that they have now also started having ads popping up when you're on the site. None of the other Get Paid To sites have that. I understand that's a way for them to earn more. Personally, I find that ruins the user experience quite a bit, but if you can ignore that, then it's still quite a good place to find paid surveys if you want to get paid fast. So let's now jump to the next section where we will talk about dedicated survey panels. So that means that the main way to earn here is paid surveys, and the first one we can talk about is Pinecone Research. It has existed for years and it offers quite high paying surveys, just not that many. And the challenge about this one is that you actually do need an invitation to be able to join, and even then it can sometimes be hard to join. I sometimes do have invitation codes for a few countries. It's only also available in about 5 countries or so. I will in general leave a link below so you can go and find the best service sites in your country, and if you live in a country where Pinecone Research currently is recruiting, then you can find an invitation link there in some cases, but sometimes they expire very quickly, so that's just something to be aware of. But if you do manage to become a member, it's definitely a quite high paying service site. But I would say if you don't become a member, then there are luckily so many other service sites you can focus on instead, because it can be quite frustrating, and sometimes I see people chasing around trying to get an invitation, and if it's not possible for you, just focus on other service sites. There are so many other great service sites by now, but this one is one of the older one. It has existed since around 2000. Branded Service is next, and if you live in the US, Canada or the UK, this is definitely a great paid service site that gives quite high paying surveys, because it also gives bonuses the more service you take. It has not existed as Branded Surveys for more than 10 years, but it originally was called Mint Wine and was started in around 2012, and then later it rebranded to Branded Surveys, and it now both has a website and also an app where you can take the service, and you can see it has paid out millions to its members over the years. You also only need to earn $5 to withdraw and can get paid via PayPal, in some countries even bank transfer, and then choose between a lot of different gift cards. YouGov is a very popular research platform because a lot of media are using YouGov to do this research that you will see in media, and it was started in around 2000, so it has some quite interesting surveys in many cases in my opinion, and you can see the countries it is available in here. Just be aware they do not always accept new members, but it is available in a lot of countries. If you can join, it definitely has some interesting and user-friendly service in my opinion and experience, but you should just always check the exact payout options also it offers in your country, because in some countries it's only products, in some countries it's gift cards, in others it's cash. So just make sure that it offers a payout option you are interested in your country. Triaba is a survey panel that has existed since 2009. It was started in Norway, but now it has expanded to a lot of different countries. You can see, I believe it's more than 80 countries you can now join from, and you can find service in your own language. It's one that I have also been a member of for many years. One of the first few I also joined and started testing. How you can get paid does depend on the country you live in, but it, for example, offers PayPal or gift cards, and in some countries also Visa payment. But you can always go to your country and check out the payment section and see exactly the payout threshold and the payout options depending on your country. You can see in some countries it now also started offering crypto, for example. So it definitely has many different ways to get paid. If you live in the US, UK or Australia, Survey Junkie can definitely be a great survey panel. It was started in around 2013 and it is very user friendly. It pays quickly. Once you redeem, you only need to earn $5 to get paid. And once in a while, you can actually also find high paying product testing or focus groups here. Not that often. It is mainly known for its paid service and definitely one that you should check out, in my opinion, if you live in one of the countries where it's available. Paid Viewpoint is quite an unusual survey panel because you will always qualify for the surveys you find here. That also means that there are not a lot of paid surveys, but the ones you get, they are easy and fast to complete. And as mentioned, it takes out this frustration that you often find on other survey sites where you get frustrated because you do not qualify. It was founded in around 2011 and you can theoretically join from all countries, but just be aware that it is basically only worth it if you live in an English-speaking country, because even though you can join from other countries, then you will just not find basically any surveys, so you won't find enough to be able to reach the payout threshold. The first time it's usually around $15, and then if you do everything honestly, it will eventually be lowered to $5 and then you can get paid via PayPal. But if you live in an English-speaking country, definitely one worth checking out, in my opinion. Even though it doesn't have that many surveys, you know that the ones you get here are actually possible to complete because you will always qualify. The last survey site I wanted to show you is Toluna Influencers. It was started in around 2000 and it has changed its name a little bit over the years. It was just called Toluna, then Influencers, or Toluna Influencers. Now it's called Influencers by Toluna. So it's kind of the same. Toluna has always been a part of the name as far as I'm aware. I have also used it for a long time. At first I really also liked it and it offers decent pay for the surveys, but be aware that it can be very different depending on your country. And I've talked to thousands of people from all over the world, and you can see you can join Toluna from many countries. And in some countries it pays quite well. For example, where I live, for my time, and I've never had problems. It's quite slow at paying out. It can take several weeks from when you redeem, so that's just one thing to be aware of. But I've heard from some people in some countries that it's very poor support or they've had some issues. So it seems to vary quite a bit depending on the country you live in. Personally, I still do like it and still use it regularly because I find it user-friendly and it also has a user-friendly app. But if you have used it yourself and had issues with it or have no issues with it or any of the other platforms, I would actually love to hear your experiences in a comment below, so please feel free to share it there. And all of these sites, they have been paying members for over a decade, which makes them very different from some of the short-lived service scams we unfortunately see all the time. But here's the thing, just because a site is old doesn't always mean it's the best choice today. So let's talk about that. So even though these long-lasting sites have proven themselves for more than 10 years, it's important to know that newer survey and get paid to sites can sometimes be just as good or even better in certain cases. Many of the newer platforms, they have learned from the older ones and then they have built features that make them more user-friendly in some cases and offer faster payouts and added extra ways to earn and new payout options. Some of these older sites, they have also managed to keep up and keep developing, but others have not. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. For example, there are some newer get paid to sites and service sites that have a super low payout threshold where you only need to earn 50 cents or something like that to get paid, and then they pay instantly via PayPal or crypto. And some cases also they have really great mobile apps that just makes it easy to earn whenever you have a bit of extra time. So that's why I always recommend that you combine some of these proven long-lasting service sites with with some newer up and coming platforms. And I would actually love to hear your opinion and experiences in the comments. So what do you prefer? Some of the newer ones, which ones are your favorites, or do you prefer some of these long lasting ones, and which of them are you combining it all? Please share your experiences and opinions in the comments below. I would love to hear that. And one more thing that's really important to be aware of is that the best sites really depends on the country you live in. What is the absolute best sites in one country might not work at all in another, and their other sites will be the best. So that's why I have also spent a ton of time manually testing, researching, and talking to thousands of people from all over the world to manually build out lists of the best survey sites and get paid to sites for specific countries. So I'll leave a link below. You can go to my website, you can choose your country there, and there you can find a list of the current ones that I have found to be the best. And this is a combination of some of these long lasting ones and newer ones. And I keep testing and I keep updating them quite regularly, depending on new information and how they develop and all that. So that's a place you can go and get started to find the best options for your country. There is also one called International if your country is not on that list. But if your country is not on that list, that also means that there are limited paid surveys. So just keep that in mind. Then you should likely focus on other side hustles instead. So make sure to check that out below, and also if this video helped you, make sure to give it a like, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.